welcome to From the Newsroom. I'm your host, Ariana Negron. From the Newsroom is a weekly news update brought to you by the Southeast Arrow. For our first story, this year, we are saying goodbye to Rob Martin and Teddy Washington as they are entered the transfer portal. Here's Beto Vaca Diez with more on the story.
Junior guard Rob Martin and senior guard Teddy Washington Jr. are entering the transfer portal, ending their time at Southeast Missouri State University. Martin and Washington Jr. both played a critical role for the men's basketball team this year, as the two led the team on offense, being its top two scorers. Together, they accounted for 932 points, amounting to 38% of the team's entire scoring for the season. The two also claimed conference awards, securing first-team All-OVC for their accomplishments this season. During their campaign this season, Martin and Washington helped lead the Redhawks to a regular season OVC title, and along the way, breaking the all-time program win streak at the Division I level with 10 straight victories. Martin especially shone throughout the win streak, as in his last 13 games, he averaged 19.7 points and 5.1 assists, leading the team in these categories. The Redhawks will look to replace both Martin and Washington during this offseason with transfers and acquisitions of talent from the high school level, such as Sikeston local and high school senior PJ Farmer, who the Redhawks signed earlier this year. For more on SEMO athletics, please visit southeastarrow.com or follow On Target Arrow on Instagram. For From the Newsroom, I'm Beto Vaca Diez. Back to you, Adriana.
Like our basketball team, the seasons are starting to change. Lerch brings us some useful spring cleaning advice and how students are keeping their spaces fresh and organized.
As spring begins to bloom on SEMO's campus, students may feel the urge to participate in spring cleaning, giving them a chance to clean up their living space. Though cleaning may not be on every student's mind during the last half of the semester, maintaining a clean living space may help you be more productive.
I think it's definitely, I feel better coming home at the end of the day if I have a clean space. When I do get super busy, it does tend to get messier. So, as soon as I'm done being busy and can clean it, it feels like that's a load off my mind.
Just when I come back to my room to sleep, I'm like, it's clean. I don't have to think about it, So I guess it helps my mental health.
As students begin to think about ways to clean, there may be some simple tricks in finding the motivation.
I think forcing yourself to wash your bed sheets every couple of weeks is super important, just because it's so easy to let that fall into the cracks. But the second you do that, you want to clean up everything else around it. So it's a good way to kickstart it.
Merrick Hall director Avery Clubb shared some ways she thinks may help students who are interested in spring cleaning.
For dorm life specifically, a good part of that is kind of seeing what you think you're going to need or not need for the next 8 weeks or so once we're past that spring break point. So if you're going through and thinking that you're not going to need as many sweaters, you can take those home or donate them if you feel like you're not going to use them again next season. One thing that I always recommend, just because it can help with the cost of buying cleaning supplies, is just a multi-purpose cleaner rather than getting a cleaner for each thing. And then specifically for showers and areas that can have a lot of moisture, anything that can help with reduction of mold and mildew. So there's a couple different products that you can get for that, but it's really personal preference as well.
For From the Newsroom, I'm Sarah Lerch. Back to you, Adriana.
Now, from dusting off your shelves to dusting off your camera lens, Lily Niebrugge takes us inside the Faultline Film Festival, where students, filmmakers, got to see their hard work on the big screen.
The Faultline Film Festival is a 2-day event where students and local filmmakers get to show off their work. The first day of Faultline was on Thursday, March 20th, and featured all the films by student directors.
This is the first time this film is being shown anywhere in any public setting, so it's very nerve-wracking figuring out how the audience is going to respond to it in real time. But it looks great, the team did amazing, all the actors were awesome, it was so much fun.
The second day is when all the award-winning films are shown and prizes are distributed.
It started with a collection of ideas that I just had in a notebook, and then I combined them into a story that I like, because I wanted to make a story with interesting characters. So, and I knew I wanted to make it about music as well. So I just kind of took a bunch of those ideas and I turned it into a story that I thought would be unpredictable at times, and just kind of something that I hope would, entertain and intrigue. I wasn't really like thinking about like awards or anything. I just wanted to like sit in a crowd with people and have them react to my film and just be like, affected by it in any way that they were.
For From the Newsroom, I'm Lily Niebrugge. Back to you, Adriana.
That's it for this week's episode of From the Newsroom. I'm your host, Ariana Negron. See you next week, Cape Girardeau.
Perfect.